Now for my work surface, I simply use laminate flooring. Now it's a lot thinner and a lot lighter than the traditional kitchen top work surface. I mean, that kitchen stuff's normally about this thick and it weighs a ton. This stuff is really lightweight. It's hard wearing. At the end of the day, it's meant to go on the floor. So if it's good enough for the floor, it's good enough for my worktop. It's going to be good enough for that, I'm sure. Now, I've put a couple of support beams across. I did this yesterday, I did this last night. A lot of people use those little L brackets. I think I've got some kicking around somewhere. I'll show you what I mean. Where are they? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to hide some. Not even opened the packet yet. There you go, these. I do like these, they are very useful, but if I can help it, throw them back in the box and they can stay there. If I can help it, I don't like to use them. I like to do like traditional joinery. I'll show you this one because it's under the light. I'll show you what I've done. It's quite self-explanatory. You can see I've chiselled out a groove and just laid that in the top. Is that camera even pointing at that? Yeah, there you go. I can't see the camera, but that's what it looks like. And as you can see on the floor, it's made plenty of mess. So I think I'll sweep that up first before I do anything else. But I'm also going to fit me light up here. So I've fed up this bit of wire hanging down. And not only that, if I put the light up there, that's going to shine down where my sink's going to end up. My sink's going to end up around here somewhere, and that'll give me a bit more light inside to help me do my craft, as it were, to help me work, so I can see what I'm doing. It's really dark and dingy outside. It's been raining, and I mean raining, and it's still dark. It stopped raining though, but it looks like it's going to start again. So the more light I've got in here, the better. So yeah, I'm going to finish this off first, because quite frankly, I'm fed up with that hanging down there. So that's my first job. Finish off my light, and once that's up, I'll probably have a quick sweep up and then start thinking about how I'm going to lay my surface on now, where I'm going to cut a hole in it for my sink. Right, I'm going to crack on. Right, so I've had a bit of a tidy up. I've put my light up. It's lovely and bright. Look at that. I can see what I'm doing now. So that's how my worktop's going to go, staggered like that. And you can see where I've put my cross members are supporting. I've deliberately put them where these boards are going to overlap, so that will support, that shorter board will be supported each end by these when it goes into. Not only that, it will be supported by the lips as well in the floorboards. Now my sink is going to go right there in the middle, so now all I've got to do is mark out where to cut my sink. So how am I going to do that? I hear you ask. Simple. What I do, I'll take the lid off the sink, then hold the sink underneath and then mark where it's going to go, and then take this off, flip it over and cut it out. Now if I had the room, I could simply just lay this out as it is, flip it over, then put the sink on top, mark it out, but I simply haven't got the room to do that, and there's no space inside the van to do it. It's raining outside, so I can't do it. And the little garage that I work from, I think it's about probably 10 foot by 12 foot square, and it's just full of stuff. So I've simply just not got the room. So what I'm going to do is lay on my back, hold the sink up from underneath with my trusty marker pen, mark where it's going to go, and then take each sheet off one at a time and cut it out. Fingers crossed it will all line up when I put it all back on. So you can see I've took the lid off. Now when you take these lids off of these, just in case anyone out there doesn't know, dometic appliances, the nut on the underside, I can't get that one out, but this one's out. You can see it's got a hexagon shaped hole so that this doesn't turn. So when you want to take one of these lids off, you have to turn it from the top. So this will be down like that, and you unscrew it from the top up. Okay, don't try and undo the nut. You have to undo the bolt and simply just grab it with a pair of pliers and turn it around. They don't make it easy, but it is easy. They've made some kind of special little shape on there. They've probably got a special tool for undoing these. But a good pair of pliers, and be careful you don't scratch the glass, and you can undo them. So that's that. That's how I'm gonna mark it out. I'm gonna go underneath, hold the sink up from underneath, then mark it out. Now I know what you're saying, why take the lid off? Why do you need to take the lid off to do that? Just put this down and I'll show you. There's holes in each corner. See the holes? These are for screwing the sink unit down. So whilst I'm underneath, I'll lay underneath and then I'll mark it with my marker pen where the holes are, so I know not to cut that piece of wood away. Yeah, I'll get underneath, I'll mark it, I'll cut it out, and then I'll show you, and it'll make perfect sense. Keep fingers crossed. My exhaust turned up. Well, not the exhaust, the silencer for my heater. So it's all coming together at last. Not long now, and I can get my heater working. Right, so I'm going to get on with this. I think I made that sound a lot more complicated than need be. But basically, I'm going to get my sink, lay underneath, and mark where it's got to go. Yeah, right, so I'm going to do that now. Don't drop it on my head. Well, holding the sink up from underneath and trying to mark round it whilst I held it there proved to be pretty impossible. So what I've done, I've come up with a cunning plan. What I've done, I actually screwed it up underneath. So I've screwed the sink to underneath. So now it's held there in place, and I'm going to drill the rest of the holes that I need to screw it in place from above, but I'm going to drill up from underneath. That way it ensures the holes are in the right place above. And whilst it's there, I can now draw around the sink to mark where to cut the hole, and I shall cut it from underneath. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? Crack on. It's looking good. Look at that. I've got my little edging strip here. That's not fixed on yet. So now I've got to put the lid on and then seal it all with glue and then put it all back together again. So far so good. So here we go. It's all done. I've got to wrap this video up really quickly because I've got to go and give some blood. My little Christmas present to the NHS. So yeah, anyway, that's what it looks like. It's all fitted on, and I've left some copy decks just sticking out there just so you can see. All this is sealed now with PVA glue, or copy decks, I think that's the trade name of it, but it's basically PVA glue, and when it dries kind of rubbery, and it's hopefully it'll seal all the joints. You can just see some sticking out there as well. I'll wipe that off in a minute. The lid's back on. There you go. Sorry if I'm being really rushed because I really am late. Yeah, I haven't put the plug hole in or the tap or anything yet because yeah, I've got to get going. I've not even fixed it down. Look, it's not fixed down yet. I'll have to do that tomorrow morning. But like I say, I've got to shoot off. I've got to go and give blood. So yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to leave a comment below and chat among yourselves. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.